This is set number 75000, Clone Troopers vs. Droidekas. This is a LEGO Star Wars set from 2013, ages 6 to 12, 124 pieces, 2 minifigures, and retails for about $13. Let's take a closer look at this set now. Now, by price per piece, this is relatively 10 cents per piece, but a little bit lower. I'd say around maybe 8 or 9 cents. Considering, actually a little bit higher, considering that it's $13 for 124 pieces. Now, as far as the box art, we get to see everything in action, as usual. We also get to see the 2013 bordering of Yoda on the top, which I really like that one. Not only because it's Yoda, but also because it's green and also has a nice diamond shape in the background. As I said, we get 2 minifigures in this set. And this minifigure is considered new, the Clone Trooper Sergeant. They don't identify him in the book, so I find him interesting that they identify him here. On the back, we get to see a little bit more of the action, just with what the Clone Trooper... I don't know what kind of vehicle that is. Probably just like a scouting vehicle of some sort. But you can see the kind of actions that can do. It also shows you some other views of the Droidekas in their new form. And that's all we have for that part. We get 2 bags with this set, one for small pieces and one for large pieces. To see the distribution of pieces, check out the building video for this set. We get 1 large instruction booklet, not too large, but still, you know, at a good size so you can read it and identify the pieces carefully. And both minifigures in this set, I believe, have the same face, so it doesn't matter which one you put on. It's got a very standard way of building it, nothing too big here, but they do show you as a flick-fire missile, you can't shoot it in anyone's face, just for hazardous reasons. If it hits their eyes, or if they hit their mouth. They do show you in here to build 2 Droidekas, so I don't actually have the instructions for both. It's the exact same build. There it has the display, the piece count. This has a code on the back, which is probably the same code for every purchase of this set. You can use the code for lego.com/Star Wars, probably to unlock some secret features related to the set. I haven't tried it personally, but if I do, I will let you guys know in an extra video. Here we get to see some of the figures from the first wave of 2013 sets. Our 2 figures are up in the top corner, and many others are shown throughout this section. Along with those, we get to see the first wave of 2013 sets themselves in the box form. We also get the Lego Club and the Win section on the back. We have several extra pieces in this set, and all the pieces in this set are not relatively new for 2013. So I don't have to show anything as far as being a new piece. Everything has been reused from other sets and other themes in the past. I'll just lay out the pieces very carefully so you can see them a little bit better. So here we have all of our extra pieces in this set. Just bring the lamp a little bit forward so we can see them. We have 2 1x1s in the round shape, 1 in brown, and 1 in a translucent blue color. Kind of like a cheek color. We have 1 lever. We have a 1x1 tile. Sorry about that. Now, we mentioned the 1x1 tile. We have an extra robot arm, which we use only 4 of in this set, I believe. We got an extra pistol, or sometimes used as a fire hose in yellow. We get a T-junction piece. Always good to have those. And last but not least, we have a silver toothpiece. Silver toothpiece is used for the Droidekas. Most of these extra pieces are used on the Droidekas. There's only 1 or 2 of them that are really used on the main vehicle. The first minifigure in this set is the Clone Trooper. It's your standard Clone Trooper, which you could find in only a couple different sets from 2013. Most of them you find in a lot of the larger sets, and this variation is based on the Star Wars Episode 2 sub-theme of Star Wars. Now there are many different types of clone troopers, not only in rank, but also in the types of suits that they have. This one is probably one of the most basic, and it's actually one of my favorites. For some reason, I like the episode 2 troopers better than I like the episode 3 ones. And probably because the episode 3 ones look a little too much like stormtroopers. Which I do understand, they do become stormtroopers, but it's still, these have like a nice shape to them. And we can see some of the back printing on the torso. We will get to the face in just a bit. He doesn't have any printing on his legs, which is okay for me, because I think it's, how much do you need to add for printing on there? Even the sergeant that we get in this set doesn't have any printing on his legs. I do really appreciate the these little pins on the side, which allow you to use other accessories not included in the set, but from other Star Wars sets. You can add on things to accessorize your clone troopers. Now we do get only one side to this minifigure's face, and it's also the same exact face for the sergeant, which I'll still show you anyways. This face has been many times used, but it is one of the cheaper ways to get it in any set. And I believe this is the second cheapest way in 2013 that you can get the clone trooper. The first one being the Coruscant Planet set. That one includes a stormtrooper, and it retails for $10. Our next minifigure and our last minifigure in this set is the Clone Trooper Sergeant. Now, I don't know the rankings too well as far as clone troopers or stormtroopers, especially the clone troopers, because they have apparently tons and tons of variations, even in the LEGO universe, as far as Star Wars characters go. But I do appreciate all the different designs that they have for them to signify their ranks and identify them from each other. This one has a very nice dark, like an olive green printing on his arms as well as on his helmet, and a little bit on his torso, front and back. Let me take a look on the side. It is the same, virtually the same helmet and design, even almost the same design as the first clone trooper that we saw. Just a little bit of difference in color and a little difference in style. As you can see, we have the green streaks along his helmet. We have a few dots along the sides to mark his rank. And like I said, he has the same helmet, or the same head, so it doesn't matter which one you put on when you first get the set, or even the pants, because they'll both be the same. Now, both minifigures in the set do include rifles for themselves. They are the same rifle, and they will be shown with the model. Next up, we have the Droidekas. I forgot to mention that we also get these pair of binoculars with the Clone Trooper Sergeant. You can somewhat fit them over his face, but it won't really work so well. Works better if you have the helmet off, so you can get him to see in it. Just like other pairs of binoculars, you might have to turn the head sideways to get it looking around. Now, enough about that figure. The Droidekas, if you're not familiar with Star Wars, they're like battle droids, but they also have the ability to roll around, and they have a little bit stronger weaponry and armor. These have been very interesting to see the variations of them over the years. They have been made since approximately 2001, and they have changed many times in their history. In 2013 alone, there are these kinds, but there are also kinds in the ATAP set. Correct me if I'm wrong, but those are the one in that set is much larger and has a larger cannon to it in the center of its body. Both of these are made exactly the same, so I will take a look at one. You can see it all the way around. Now you can see most of it is actually built upside down to give it some of the smooth texture and to work well with their design. We got a couple different kind of shiny pieces along the legs. You could actually move around their pistols themselves, like so. And you can also move the head in different positions. Make it really low, really forward, or somewhere in between. which I like it best. Now, unfortunately with these, you can't roll them up into a ball and have them roll around. They're not really made for a roll-up design. I mean, if you tried it as close as possible, you'd probably get something like this. And it doesn't really roll so well. It's not really designed for that. In fact, none of the Droidekas so far have been really made well for this type of effect, except for the Technic Ultra build, which was featured in 2001, maybe 2002. So there we have our Droidekas. Some nice looks on them. A little bit more unique than some of our previous Droidekas. Still capture the idea as far as what they're supposed to be. So I do appreciate the authenticity in these models. And last but not least, we have the scouting vehicle. I don't know the actual name for this vehicle, so post in the comments if this name is incorrect. But I'm just going to call it a scouting vehicle since it seems short enough and it looks like it could be used for that kind of purpose. We got a good color scheme of dark gray, light gray, and a little bit of red in between. The red is also nice with some of the other clone vehicles that we've seen in the past. We also got this nice curve in the front of it, which is one thing I like about it compared to other vehicles. It has these nice curving pieces that go along the sides and onto the top area. I did forget to mention, we do get one piece that was introduced in 2013, this sideways piece. So that's the only real new piece you get in this set if you're looking for new pieces. But we do get a lot of nice older pieces. We get not really much in the ways of landing gear. I guess you could consider this part the landing gear. But nothing particularly designed there. Not really made to be. It just sits there. We do get some opening doors on the sides, which you can use to walk out or climb in. And they go right up to the minifigures if you had them put in there. You have space to fit 2 minifigures, as we saw in the beginning of the video, but it encourages that you put one in the middle. Although I do like fitting 2 minifigures in here, since you get 2 in the set, and it would, work out better for having the 2 in there. So we put our Sergeant in there. We get that nice control panel inside, which I always like getting those types of control panels. Always nice design on those. And so there's how they fit in. If you wanted to fit 2 of them, you can fit one here. And you can fit one over here on this side. You can move their arms up and down while they're in here. So they do have some nice flexibility. On the back of this model, we see our 2 pistols, 2 battle rifles that they have. And they're both exactly the same. In the instructions, they show that you can put one on one of the clone troopers, but I believe it also tells you to put it back on here. I personally like having them on here unless they need them in battle. And the main feature of this set, and not even of this model, but of the entire set, is that you get to tilt this forward, and we have a small flick-fire missile in here. This, I guess, is supposed to be some sort of radio. I don't know what to call it. But we do get a flick-fire missile in the back of here. So once you tilt this in this direction, you'll get to reveal it and to fire it. Oops, it didn't work. Also, again, I apologize, I forgot to mention, we do get some other new pieces in this set. On this side, these light gray pieces are new to 2013. This one you can see a little bit more clearly. Now I'll just attach it back onto the model. Okay, so it's kind of low for this to work, so you might have to raise it up a little bit. And sometimes it does fall inside. After all, you have a very flexible platform, so you can't keep it in a steady. You might have to hold it in a steady position on your own, and then try to flick the missile to where you want it to go. So the flick fire part is, it's interesting. At least it gives it some kind of play function, but it can be a little bit dicey as far as maneuverability and getting it to where you want it to go. Although it does have the easy hinges, it still can be, it still has a way of fidgeting if you wanted to hit it. So there we have our model. So overall, this set is okay as a battle pack, and I really say okay because they do have a few small flaws here and there, and there are some things that aren't as exciting as other models or battle packs in the past, so I'll just have to go with an okay kind of rating. The Droidekas have an excellent design for their new 2013 appearance, and in my opinion, their appearance in here is a little bit better than the ones we see in the AT-AP set. Although I'm more familiar with these types of Droidekas, I don't know about the other ones that are shown in the AT-AP set. They do have a little bit of good flexibility, but their arms are a little bit limited as far as where they can shoot, and they don't have any sort of rolling function, or not even much posability. You could try to move the legs around, but how far are you really going to move these other than keeping them standing forward? The scouting vehicle in the set is excellent. Well, not. I'm sorry. Maybe I think I'm overrating things. And this isn't the first time I thought about it. But the scouting vehicle is actually okay. I mean, it does have a nice feature where you can fit up to 2 figures in here, which is nice because you don't want to have one stranded while the other one gets to pilot the vehicle. And you can also just keep one minifigure in there if you wanted to get better control of the control panel in the middle. But I don't know what to say as far as this vehicle. It seems okay. It's a little bit better than some other ones we've seen in other battle packs. I remember there was a Clone Trooper battle pack from, I think, either 2011 or 2012. It had like a small cannon with it. It was a relatively small and easy build, and although it had a nice flickfire function, it wasn't really, I don't know, it didn't really appeal to me. This one has an okay flickfire function, but it does have a tendency to move around. So, like you saw, it can just jump right into the vehicle itself. But this one still has a little bit of style with it. I do like how it has the curves along the sides, and it just has a little bit better shape and size to it for this $13 set. So overall, I guess, if you want to get this, you can. I'm not sure how many people are interested in the vehicle for this set, but the figures and the Droidekas really do help sell it. Plus, it's one of the cheaper ways to get Clone Troopers in LEGO Star Wars 2013. So you'll probably want to pick this up for that. And I mentioned before that the Clone Trooper can be featured in 2013 as little as $10 in a planet set. But also consider this. Even though it's a few dollars less, it's only giving you one figure, it's giving you a planet, and it's giving you a mini build. Now, this one, in my opinion, would be the better one to buy multiples of to get more of the Clone Troopers, because of a couple things. You don't want to get a whole bunch of planets. You probably don't want too many of the mini builds in the planet set. In that set, you're only getting one Clone Trooper, whereas this one, you're getting 2. And you're getting some other nice accessories that make the set more worthwhile. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time with more LEGO set reviews.